Guys, so is it just me, or is our generation no longer interested in the idea of happily ever afters?
It's not just you, actually. Actually, I think it's a problem. Like, we are, many people are scared of commitment and marriage. Let me just say marriage, because everybody's dating, basically. Almost everybody is dating. But many people are actually afraid to get married. And I think it's because, I don't know, for men, maybe financial stability, I don't know. Or women might have another reason, you know.
So for me, first of all, I don't think that it's okay for us to expect marriage or a person to make us happy. So the idea of saying, oh, marriage is happily ever after is, I mean, it doesn't seem realistic. And I don't think it's even fair to place your happiness on an entire institution or a person.
Okay, so they're not pro-marriage.
I didn't in any way say that I am not pro-marriage. I'm just saying that it's not fair to put that kind of expectation on people, because people they're not perfect. So you can't expect somebody to give you happily ever after, or an institution that is, that has a lot of ups and downs and challenges to be your happily ever after.
I also think it's because like people in this recent generation are more focused on things like self-discovery, career,
Exactly.
and like people relationships. Because like before, they sell marriage to people as the end goal of your, like the reason for your life.
Like that's the
Especially
reason
women.
for being.
Do you get? So like, okay, they'll say put education, put work, but at the end,
And-
marriage. So like, first question, oh yeah, my son go to school, my daughter maybe go to school or maybe not. Okay, you go to school then. Okay, have you gotten a job? Okay, you've gotten a job. Oh yeah, go and marry. Like you still have a ton of other things to do with your life.
And it's so crazy that they base your achievements on marriage. So even when you've done a lot of things for yourself and you've
Like you're
achieved
not
a lot,
married.
you're not married. Like it's like, what are you doing with your life?
But I think we're going through, I think if we need to be like sincere and blunt with ourselves, our generation, we are underplaying the beauty and the importance of marriage, really.
It's not that it has been underplayed. It's that people now see the truth about what marriage has been painted for people as a goal, as a life goal.
A lot of people realize that most marriages are scam and that people are just patching it up, and women are taking a lot of shit and women no longer want to take shit. So basically self-awareness.
People just understand now that marriage is not the ultimate thing. So if it happens or if it doesn't happen, they're okay, man, as long as things are going well for them.
Marriage is being underrated, underplayed, disregarded, disrespected. I mean, you can tell from the conversation. Even if I was not married, I would still say the same thing, honestly.
I
Because
think I was seeing the truth in it, because as Anima said, they sell marriage as some fantasy. Like once you get married, it's happy ever after. I personally think that marriages should be contract based. No, I'm really sorry. No, that's the wrong term.
I don't understand what she means by contract based, and I'm not in support of it. I mean, isn't the marriage certificate enough contract?
In terms of people understanding what they're getting into, if you're doing a contract with anybody, if you're doing a deal with anybody, both of you have to understand what you're doing. So as opposed to getting married for an ideology, people should get married more based on understanding, mutual understanding.
you see, this is the problem with people. Hear what Tommy said. She said marriage should be contract based. Marriage is an institution that has its rules already. People want to twist marriage to what they want. And that's why people are afraid to get married. Marriage should not be contract based or just life partner-ish or all these things she's saying. Marriage should follow the rules of marriage. I don't agree with that at all.
But I mean, like, people should sit down and ask questions. Like, do you really understand that we're going to be tied to each other for the rest of our lives?
That's what you do.
Are we at the same mindset? Like, do we have the same understanding of what marriage is? But it's not just before they'll just say, okay, Ngozi has found husband, she should come and marry. They don't know each other. They know each other at a surface level. And that's why you now get into a marriage and now start saying, I don't think this is the man I married. Yes, they know you're married, sister.
But
You don't know him. So,
Really, I really don't think marriage is as necessary anymore.
it's not necessary. I believe that marriage is necessary. Marriage makes people better human beings, and marriage is the smallest unit of life that helps, families to expand.
Marriage is a lot. It takes a lot from both partners, most especially women. And if you know that you don't have that much to give to people, then why do that? Because a lot of times these married men, they get married and then they're still treating their wives like shit. So what's the point? Why are you married if you know that you're not going to, be committed, be loyal to your partner, and you're going to treat them badly? So what's the point? So the thing is that not everybody should even be married.
No, that's true. That's true.
So, I mean,
What about you?
what about me?
Are you part of those everybody?
why do you keep making it personal?
No, but really, most people that say marriage is not necessary, marriage is not so important, I mean, all come from beautiful homes where their parents got married and their marriage worked.
that's a false generalization.
Really? So every time we have a marriage discussion in my family, my dad is always particular about how, oh boy, he has a beautiful marriage with our mom and all of that.
I'm
it's
not
not
marrying
about
my
you.
mom.
Like I'm not marrying you,
I'm
and
not
I'm not
marrying
marrying my
my
mom.
mom,
So
so
why are you making it about you?
I'm
It's not
going to
about
marry
you.
someone.
I think another problem is that people, this concept of, marrying who you love and loving who you marry, like I feel like people have arranged marriage those days.
Yeah,
and it works.
Honestly,
It wasn't that it was working, it was that the women were taking a lot of things.
actually,
No.
they're meant to be brunt of the.
No, but women will always take a lot of.
Women were just taking it. See, if you want to compare it with how aware women are these days, that's why it feels like marriages are not working. Because those women then, I mean, they were tied by a lot of things, family, religion. I mean, they were
Our marriage felt like the escape.
you get, and it felt like an escape for them.
I don't like this idea of like making it seem like it's only the women that are usually the good ones in marriage.
No, we're not saying that, but then,
Women are actually
but then,
them.
when you look at it on this scale,
I know on his skill.
Wait,
Wait, but I'm really sorry. Let's actually attack like the concept of marriage. Like, where did it come from? And also, like, why do people have to do the whole ceremony of, I don't know, like, you can be partners. Like, there's what they call life partners. If you think that both of you work with each other basically, and you're fine, you're okay living together. You can
live
just
together.
go on like that to your
No,
life.
but the fact that you don't call it marriage,
did-
the fact that you don't call it marriage doesn't mean it's not marriage. So if you're living with somebody, there's a level of commitment expected of you, right?
but at the same time, the expectations that marriage itself brings.
That's what destroys relationships.
So that's why people are like, you know what? Let's just be life partners. It means that if I say I need space, I'm allowed
To have space.
But if you're married to somebody, you are not allowed that space. Like it's like so
And even if you're alive,
At the end of the day, it's like an understanding thing.
Yeah.
so we just like, oh,
Also, and as Halima said, I think that it's not everybody that has to marry. People that love marriage and want to get married, let them to them fine. Go get married.
I don't mean to sound
Like,
like
you know.
like I don't mean to sound
Don't
like
meet somebody that's not interested in getting married and start hoping that they want to get married at some point.
But people's ideologies do change now. Like someone who
Yeah, but like-
be married at some point can.
Yeah, but like, do you want to spend your time waiting for that person to discover and change?
no, but you should have an open mind. Like I feel like, and I don't mean to sound like a misogynist, but I feel like this wokeness is a problem too. Like honestly, no, seriously.
what generation are you from?
I don't know. No, listen. Hear me out. I feel like this wokeness is a problem.
Boys, people on Twitter that will drag you, don't worry.
Is Ike a caveman? Because I don't understand. I don't understand that point of wokeness and women. In fact, I'm not sure that when this episode comes out that Ike is going to be sleeping on the same bed with his wife.
When it comes to roles in marriage, I think women just like fight against this so much. People say that men should provide for the family. That is their role. But when it comes to women's roles, they said two of them should do it. There are roles. There are roles in marriage. It's an institution. When you enter an institution, everybody has their role. And women are trying to blur the lines when it comes to their roles. And that's why many people don't want to get married. So this wokeness thing is the false education that people are getting about marriage. Wokeness is a problem, and I stand by it.
Yeah, your ideologies can be more evolved or, more improved than before from the wokeness, but everybody has their part to play. So if you're going to enter an institution that already has laid down rules and, laid down requirements like for the institution to continue being what it is, I feel like everybody should just, understand their part and play it accordingly.
When I say wokeness, I mean like there's this, just look at what you guys or you girls were saying, the being ambitious, you want to do this, you want to do that. Like, the women need to understand their role. Listen, calm down. Understand their role, and don't be too idealistic. It all boils down to this, I can't marry somebody that is this, that is that. People don't understand that marriage is work. I think but there's so much responsibility. People don't want to do the work. Just want to just to say life partner, just come and chill, let's just live it together. It's work on both sides. And for a man, he has to work. A woman too has to work, and which might mean enduring some things, but yeah, it has to work. So, this wokeness is a problem. For the women, I think.
What I got from your conversation is that women should not be ambitious. Women should not be should be
No, but you don't need to prove a point. You can still be ambitious
It's
and
not
get
about
married.
proving a point.
Most women feel like marriage will stop them from reaching their ambition.
But it will, because you're not the one popping out babies. You're not the one who has to be with them for like, you have to literally sacrifice years of your life
And
to take care of the children. It does, and it's very valid if they decide that I am not ready to get married yet, or I don't even want to get married because I know that this will hinder me.
And it's still the same women that will say they don't want to marry a man that is not financially stable.
Is it not valid? Because I feel like even men themselves, they do that a lot. There are times when men are like, for example, Noto, are you ready to get married?
Why are you asking me? Why are you asking me?
Why? Answer the question.
Are you ready to get married?
Really, do you have a problem with getting married now if you find the right person?
I have a financial problem. It's not about a person. It's about the finance.
But
So is it gender based?
I can find, and the thing is, I might find the person, or maybe when I do find the person, and I might just not be ready financially for that kind of responsibility.
what if the girl is ready financially?
What if the girl is ready financially? Women should be given more leeway to accomplish their goals and gather as much wealth as they want. But it so happens that at present, the men are afraid of women that are successful.
Ike or Soccer, I don't have a problem with women being financially stable. It happens and it's welcome. It's inferiority complex to be scared of a woman that's financially stable. And it's a reality that happens in marriages.
I don't think there are girls who are financially stable and are ready to take on the responsibility of being the man in a marriage.
Not being the man.
I think
when you say
it's
being the
more.
man,
I think it's more.
when you say being the man,
I think it's the men that cannot stand seeing a woman that is financially stable,
yes.
being the head of the home.
which men is that?
From everything that I could say, the problem is not from the women. The men have a problem with women, discovering themselves. Like, the reason why the marriage
Everything that you said.
No. I don't have that problem. No. I don't have
angry that women are trying to.
No, I don't have that problem. But I just feel like the women they are so, how do I put it? There's this need to compete, which is not necessary.
At the end of wait. Okay, will you marry a man who is not financially stable?
Of course not. Nobody that is not financially stable shouldn't get married in the first place. What are you
Men and women, right? Wait, men and women, right?
Men and
Yes.
women alike, Abi.
Men and women are like.
No, like if the
Okay, so I said that also that no woman that is not financially stable should get married.
See, okay. The thing is, for me personally, if I'm not financially stable and I can't get married, because even when I'm married, I still want to be an independent woman.
In the
Do
marriage,
you get? It doesn't mean that.
you can't be an independent woman in your marriage.
I'll just say that it's because of people like Ike that people don't want to get married anymore.
It's very clear as day, that Ike is a misogynist. Because I don't even get. I don't get. The things coming out from later now, his son is going to say that he's a 21st century man. He doesn't bring women down. Men like this claim to support women, and yet things like this are coming out of your mouth.
They need to be to prove a point that you can stand on your own in marriage. It's not healthy, both for a man and a woman. So when Halima said women need to be independent, I need to be independent in my marriage. If you go with that mindset in marriage, your marriage will crash. We should pray for Halima, or I don't know. Let's just pray for her, because I don't understand what she's doing with herself. It's the wokeness I'm talking about. No, listen.
Can you listen
No,
to me
but
first?
see, I don't feel like anything that has to do with marriage. There's anything like independence.
Independence is a wrong word to
no,
use.
no.
Marriage
Wait,
is
my
like
God.
codependent.
Yes.
Yes, it
So
is.
like
It
being
is.
independent.
But you should
Independence
each
is like-
party
like an
should
oxymoron.
have like some independence.
Okay, what if you have and you enter the marriage and everything goes down? Will you leave?
Now,
Like you are financially dependent and you get married and your business crashes. Would you leave the marriage?
obviously, I will not leave the marriage now. Well,
So if something that is so transient and is so, how do I put it, unpredictable, is what you are holding on to before you can get married.
But it's
It's not-
important.
I'm not saying it's not important. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm only saying that
Not the money you go take to the marriage.
So start the marriage.
of course,
you need money.
to continue the marriage you also need money. So it doesn't mean that when the money
But
stops
I feel
coming,
like
the marriage
I
ends.
feel like the starting is like the most.
So okay,
No,
so
no,
like
money
you
is not-
just
no,
said
listen,
now, like you just said now, what if something happens? This is why both partners have to be financially stable, because anything can happen, but the other partner will be able to.
No, me, I don't mind though. You can be financially stable. Though. Discover yourself, be financially stable. Let's be stable together.
Okay, so what we are saying now that most men are reluctant to get married because they are not financially stable.
Yeah.
And most women,
I feel like
also-
it takes longer for men to reach the point where they attain financial stability, because attaining financial
And this financial stability
is not
is
just about taking care of yourself. You have responsibility with your own family first of all, and marrying a woman and adding her own responsibilities and responsibilities of a child, responsibilities of maybe an extended family.
but that's
It's a lot to
that's
think
the
about.
problem. Like when you want to start a business, for example, there are core things, there are constants that if this is not there, you cannot start the business.
Yeah.
For marriage, you might not agree with me, but money is not a constant.
Love is sweet, but when money enter, love is sweeter. Period.
Financial stability is like the roof of the house called marriage. Because if you don't have roof and rain fall, rain will beat you. Sunshine, sun will smite you. So please, I like soft life.
The Bible says that things that are seen are temporal. Things that are not seen are eternal. If you go into marriage because of financial stability, when it goes, what happens? Will you run? Perhaps these girls will run.
We will be drinking your Gary now. I don't go to your house until they drink Gary.
The constant in marriage is the friendship, the compatibility, the understanding. Because no matter how much money both of you have, in 1 year time, if you don't understand each other, you will separate again. So if you can't,
We get that.
so why are you holding on to the finances that, if this man is not financially stable, I can't get married to
I
him?
just like soft life, Sha.
No, it's okay to like. So I'm only saying that people
My
go
life
up.
no soft. I don't think anybody should come and join me. Like, you dey hear wetin dollar dey talk now. I think. Abeg.
No, I'm happy.
If my wife wants like a cup of ice cream, me, I should even give it to her.
Of course, now.
I find it really funny that in this our discussion about how people are no longer as interested in marriage as like how it used to be. The men are more, there's women that used to be more pro-marriage. But it looks like the men are more pro-marriage these days.
Yeah, and that's because but you are the
more from marriage.
no. Benefit more from marriage.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
How?
Okay. Men benefit more from marriage.
Period.
I think it's sad that Halima would say that men benefit more from marriage. Now, I'm not saying that men don't benefit from marriage. I'm married and I'm enjoying my marriage. I'm benefiting from it. But I doubt my wife will sit down here and say she doesn't benefit anything from the marriage. So we are not the only ones that benefit. We don't benefit more. We both benefit. And if you're in a marriage where the man is benefiting more, it's not a healthy marriage, and that's the truth.
Because men cannot survive without women.
Every person in their life, if it's not their mother, it's their sister, it's their girlfriend.
Listen.
If a woman decides that she wants to stay alone, and there's nothing in this world
How many
that shake her from being on it.
How many women have decided to stay alone and are truly happy?
I beg.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
When we started this conversation, I can. Yes.
Me, I don't know about that one. But loneliness is my best friend. Loneliness is my best friend. No.
Marriage for people are
that is why
listen,
women feel like not just in marriage, in relationship, women feel like they are always at the giving end. They will say things like, oh, after I've given you everything, after I've given you my body, it's not always like that. We both benefit from marriage.
Men benefit more.
Name one benefit that we benefit from marriage. Name one. You're the same person that say you want finances. No,
let's talk about that body that they removed back.
Which body?
I already said the reason, because men cannot function without
women.
At any point.
How? Like what kind of functionality? Just explain it. What kind of functionality? Is it cooking?
I'm currently functioning properly.
So how are they functioning? Wait. So the man. No. Wait. So wait. Now the man that you got married to that is financially stable. How was it functioning to become financially stable?
The girlfriends that helps leading.
What are you building?
Yeah.
What of the next that they have girlfriends?
They have women, their mothers, or their sisters supported.
Let's talk about how the only thing a lot of men have to give is money. The only thing a lot of men have to give is money.
The only thing a lot of men
Yes.
No, you guys.
Protection is the same time and age. I mean,
you guys are
Don't forget saying they live for Lagos.
So
if
you guys are missing.
somebody hits your car,
Somebody just hit my car. I'm going to park here.
I'm not married, so who am I calling?
that's the protection that the woman gets now.
Protection for what?
You get car now. Everybody don't down this.
It's sad that you guys will say all men have to give his money.
Most men.
And we can also say all women have to give is their body.
So now this thing is reducing.
It's not true.
That is not true.
What else?
I'm saying, I beg, this argument goes on. Wow.
I am in a relationship.
Unfortunately, I am single.
I have a man.
I'm married.